Sensitivity is intelligence. With grace and skill, you have abundance. Welcome to the Psychic Hour Reading Show. Host Kelly Brickle is a psychic medium, numerologist, healer, and teacher. Her passions are learning about the soul and energy. Whether through spirit, emotion, or vibrational numbers, there is always a pathway of information waiting to help. Now, here is your host of the Psychic Hour Reading Show, Kelly Brickle.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Psychic Hour. This is the reading show, so it's all about just questions and spiritual discussion and more of a one-on-one. Let's go into more the lanes of what's going on with your own development, as well as readings, of course, readings and readings. So welcome, Gina. Welcome, B. Thanks, everybody, for being here today. We started a little bit later, so thank you for being here. It's always fun to see you. Okay, so wow. Yeah, it's been a busy week. There's always something to do. So I'm continuing to work on the podcasting and the network that I'm working to facilitate. So it's like Sacred Spiral Network, and that's going to have more people sharing their gifts as well on. So if you are interested in sharing your skills, your stories, or you just want to have, your own voice, reach out. And that's what's in the works. I'm going to be doing another numerology class. That is going to be with Lisa Williams School. So it's going to be a beginner's numerology. You learn so much. It's a 6-hour class. You learn so much. It's wonderful basics. Hello, Wendy. Hello. It's wonderful basics. It's wonderful foundations about how to use numbers to find accuracy through readings. And that's one of my favorite ways to teach. When I teach numerology, unless somebody wants to become a numerologist, I really focus on teaching somebody how to read the numbers and understand the numbers so they can just go and apply it right away. Hello. Yes, we are on. That's really cool. Welcome, welcome. So, and then, oh gosh, we're doing, Debbie Romero and I, we're doing a mediumship demonstration, and that is going to be in December, so that's up. And then also too, as well, Debbie is helping to host a psychic class that we have coming up, a psychic clairvoyance class, and that's going to be at the beginning of November. So whether it's psychic mediumship or numerology, if you are interested in it, I have something that will help foot the bill for that. So it's my pleasure to share my gifts with you. It's my pleasure just to be here. And we're diving into the topic of the day. So come on down if you have a question with that. Yeah, it is exciting, B. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. And part of kind of what made that come together is, knowing what your dreams are, knowing what your passions are, and letting them open up within life and working hard to flow with that energy, to learn how to be in that energy. And there's hard waves and there's soft waves and then there's fun waves. And that's what the topic of the day is all about. It's about dreaming. I know that there's a lot of people that know their dreams, and then there's people who are like, I'm not sure. I'm creating my dreams. And then there's some that just have what's in front of them in the waking world. And it's important to dream. It's important to imagine, because we get to shape the waking world. We get to shape the physical world. We get to change what's happening here. The people who have, let's say, built up their dreams, they have the co-creation power to start to enact. And then there's people who are born into power sometimes, but anyone who has, whether accumulated or been gifted or manifested power, they have ability to shape and change. And we all have that. We all have that. It's just a matter of, you know, is it making the co creation waves where I know that when I step my foot forward, I can do this. When I step my foot forward, we can do this. When we step our feet forward, we actually can change things on such a bigger level where we don't have to play by the rules that didn't serve us any longer. And that's what we're always trying to do. There's all this past energy on the planet. There's all this past energy within our own lives, within our families' lives, within our friends' lives that we're constantly saying, hey, I believe in you. You can go get this. I believe in you. You don't have to be this. I see this in within you. You are this already. Just keep going. Keep going so you know it with every fiber within your being. It's so important to know that we are capable of dreaming and changing the waking world. Yes. So, hello, Ashley. Thank you. Yes, we'll be doing readings in just a couple of minutes. So, thank you, everybody, for popping down your numbers. Thank you. And yes, I love what Wendy is saying. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. Absolutely. It sometimes takes time for us to whittle away what doesn't serve us because we're born into a world that tells us how to be. We're born into a world that tells us, you're this. This is your identity. And a lot of the young people, even though, we're like, whoa, that's intense. A lot of the young people now are really testing and really questioning what is true identity. And there are things within our soul that we know. There's things within our hearts and even our mind that we go, this is a better way. And it's important to bring that forward. It's important to bring our identity forward. And sometimes it does take time to detoxify, declutter, and deprogram. And you could be the most, I guess, politically and humanitarian friendly person on the planet, but you're still going to be deprogramming the things you've been taught. Even what seems sometimes the most innocent things and the most positive things, we're like, wait a second, maybe that wasn't the way to do it. Or wait a second, actually, it's bigger than that. Actually, that was limiting. Actually, if I think about it, to be myself means something else, or to be a human means something else, or to be a soul, a spirit, to be pure energy means something else. To be part of the community means something else. And I do think that's really important to know the identity of ourselves increasingly, and it takes time as well as knowing what communities we want to be a part of. And the beautiful thing is with psychic and mediumship development, we start to develop ourselves within the work. It is so important and it is so meaningful and it is so helpful. That's why we're able to help other people kind of come back into themselves at times, because this work requires so much knowing of self and work on self, as well as we start to understand positive community. And again, not everything happens overnight, but we understand positive community because our guides and our loved ones, even if we are so alone and we don't have a support system, we have guides and loved ones around us that we start to feel and know and be connected to. And we go, wow, this is positivity, this is love, this is encouragement, this is belief, this is faith. And we start to get acquainted with these really helpful, healthy concepts, not only of self, but how spirit supports us all day long. I mean, think about it. We're constantly encouraging people, and there's evidence behind it where people go, yes, this happened. Yes, I've been looking for this sign, or yes, I've been wondering about this. But we're constantly encouraging people to understand how their loved ones and their spirit team is supporting them and how to look and feel and sense that. And so when you have a team so pure and helpful and, such a cheerleader for who you are, and everybody has a team like that, on the other side, you start to go, okay, well, I want to look for people who have this knowing, or I want to look for these people within life that have this um, love of identity, this this fire, this courage, this knowing of what's important. And also those that are sensitive or have, appreciation and the cheerleading attributes for community and self, you know, not only regulation, but healing that they can bring to the group, that they can lift up the group because they've already lifted up themselves. And that's what spirit's doing to us. They're not on the physical plane the same way. Like, we're living human lives, but they are of a vibration where they are constantly lifting us up. Remember, trust, see this, know that, right? We are constantly in this co-creation. So working with spirit, working within our own spirituality, not only do we come to a better place within our own understanding, but we come to a better place within the understanding of who we are with others. And this is a we life, I really believe, for everybody. It's just, to what degree is it a we life? We are on the planet together. We are living together. We are sharing energy together. We are connected to the universe together. This is a we existence. And it's really fascinating to think about. So, with that said, the last thing I want to say is, when we dream, we get to think about what is possible with creation. And I know that I am always learning how to be in a place where I can help people dream more. I'm always learning how to dream more, and I'm always furthering how I can help others to dream more and to have more. Just like appreciate when someone offers me something to dream and have more. And I think we can all do that for other people. We can all lighten the load, or we can give people the keys to the city, or we can give people, the feeling of, wow, I just dusted off all that old energy because I'm back in the game. I, you know, I'm here and I have a shot. So whether you're waking up, whether you needed a pep talk, or whether you are just, getting your feet wet within dreaming, it's also important. And may we all shape this world as we go forward with increased speed, foresight, and clarity, because everyone, I feel, is becoming such more sensitive to energy, more compassionate and kind. I think the vast majority of people really are. And it's going to be really exciting to see what we're going to create from that growing knowing. Okay. All right. So, with that said, yes. Whether I love it. Okay. I love, like, that people here are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Yes, it's all connected. It really is. That's the magic of platform. So thank you for coming in from whatever platform you're coming in. Yes, I love it. Consciousness, kindness, and vision. Wendy, you got it. That's what we are expanding. So with that said, we are going to be going into readings. Pop down your question, your birthday. I do a lot of numerology, and so everything's psychic readings because this is a psychic hour. But I focus on numerology. I'll do card pulls. I'll feel into things. That's the way that I read. So sometimes I'm just going to pull how I'm going to read. Other times I let people choose if they say they want a card pull, if they want, their numbers read. If it's a general reading, if you have a specific, you just pop down what you have, and I just go and I pick a name, and that's how we do it here. And so make sure you say that you want a reading when you pop down your numbers and stuff like that. That is letting me know you want a reading, because it's very specific. But make sure you're letting me know you want a reading, because that's how I know you've consented to it. So it's not enough to comment. You have to let me know that you want a reading. All right. Thank you. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to start with Ashley, and then we'll pop down to Wendy. And then as people come in, just let me know if you want a reading. And that's how we do it. We honor the people who are here first. Okay. All right. So 5:27. And then if I know people pop in and out, so if you're still present, it's always nice to comment because it lets me know if I'm in your energy or if I'm connected to what you're saying. It helps to validate everything. So comment if you are still here. You can always go back and look at the recording. You can comment later, but it always helps. It always helps to know that these readings are meaningful and helpful and connected to you. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say yes. Just communicate. All right. So, all right. So she wants a general. And so, Ashley, you are a personal day 9. You are an attitude 5. And you are a life path 6, I believe. Let me just double check. That's right. And then you are a cycle of 3. Okay. And then you are in a month of, and I always talk this out because this gives me the roadmap to reading you with the numerology. So for people who haven't seen me read before, I break down their numbers. It gives me a roadmap. It helps me dive in. And so you got it. Then you are in a month of 4. Okay. So this is very good. So Ashley, when people are in months of 4, within numerology, it's a time of stabilizing your home life. So it's about making sure that the couch is in the right place that makes you feel good, reorganizing, revamping the home so it matches where you are within the year or within years, because we need fresh energy, we need new energy, and it's all about changing routines. So 4 is about steady change. So it's not just like, oh my gosh, we're changing everything. No, it's about saying, like, okay, I'm waking up at a different hour. This supports me. I'm changing my breakfast a little bit. This supports me. And again, adding pops of newness within the home because we're in our home all the time. We're in our home all the time. How does that support the new energy? How does that support how we're becoming? It's also a great month if you are curious to take a class, to read, to research, to actually put time into a skill, because 4 is all about knowledge and research. And it makes us very satisfied. And it feels like, because 4 has so much grounding energy, it feels like we can concentrate. It feels like we can have a moment to go, I'm interested in this. And this is taking the boredom away. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want to absorb right now rather than just do and kind of go all over the map. Okay. So next month gets much more busy for you. Next month, so that's November, is just going to go like in a blur. This month is actually steadier energy. So you can get more tweaks and changes done, like I said, slowly in a satisfying way, because next month it's going to pick up. It's going to pick up. And, yes, the holidays, sure, family, but it's going to go so fast that some of those plans can't work the same way. Okay. You are an attitude 5, so you get bored easy. If you can understand this about yourself, and you need to have, stimulation, you need to be on the fly. So it's like this month feels a little bit boring, but like I said, to rectify the boredom, pick up a new skill, read more, learn. So you're going to use your mind a little bit more this month, and then it's back to the races. And you will juggle, but it will feel like, you know, you're going 50 miles per hour, but you kind of like that. You are in a cycle of 3. So this year, so I talked about this month and upcoming month, but this year is all about networking, having fun, opening up your schedule in different ways. The 3 is all about communication. So when we have communication energy, it wants to spread, it wants to grow, it wants to have more, because that's how it gets the message out. It's the essence of communication. So within that, You're deep within the year. We're in October, so you can already validate this. This is important for the rest of 2023 for you to make sure that you are still out and about and meeting new people and taking new chances and new risks and trying new things, because it kicks up some of the heavy feelings of last year and makes life exciting again. So keep life exciting. You're kind of a natural with doing that already, but you're feeling like, okay, I'm back within my skin a little bit more. I'm back within my skin. So this is really important, because I do feel like in the next 2 years, you're going to be going after, it's almost like a vocation change, or like a hobby that becomes something that you go, oh, I could do this within my life. You've already been thinking about it, but in the next 2 years, it's going to be more about like work and serving and giving back to others. And right now it's like, okay, I'm back in my skin. I'm having fun. Life is great. What kind of meaning now do I want to do, like within my own life? So it's like, it's self-care right now, Ashley. It's self-care right now. And going forward, it's like a change in work and a change in who you are much more. Okay. So enjoy life and enjoy the self-care. All right. And you are life past 6 too, so enjoy being a mom. All right. So with that said, we're going to pop down as well to, then Wendy was next. Oh, she's asking about, I see you off of YouTube, Wendy. I see you off of YouTube. I saw you on one platform and then you jumped to another, so I see you on YouTube to answer you because you're asking in the comments. And then she says, I would love to receive divine guidance about my niche, focus, and right livelihood birthday. Thank you. Let's get that going. Right. So we got 11-3. So we got an attitude 5. Oh, I love it. I always love it. Like, I swear, every show there's common attitude numbers. It's so great. There's always a theme. There really is. Personal day 3. I don't have your life path, Wendy, but there's plenty to say. Don't worry, because I need your year for your life path. So don't worry about that. Plenty to say, but I'm just letting you know why I'm not going to give you your life path number. Okay. So you are an attitude 5, a personal day 3. You are in a cycle as well as a 3, and a month as well as a 4. So when people have similar attitude numbers, they're going to have similar cycle numbers. So what I said with Ashley actually would have a lot of crossover meaning for you, Wendy. So everyone's different. Everyone's different, and everyone has different energy, right? But there's going to be similarities, okay? So it lets me know too, as well, with you having an attitude 5, like you need to not be bored. You get bored very easily, and you like to add things to your career. You like to add skills. You like to add, like, okay, now I can bring on this, or now I can have this credential. Now I can have this option. So you like to have a lot of avenues and vehicles where you can go on to the next adventure. So you're very ambitious like that, and you're constantly learning. And that's what makes you feel happy and alive. And you get like tingly sensations. I'm going to say it like that. You get tingly sensations when you feel like you're on the right track, or you feel like, yes, I'm back in my mojo, my groove. Like, you get this mixture of airy inspiration, but like this fiery creativity. So like, that's like your muse energy, if you can understand that. Oh, you just gave me your year too. Thank you. I appreciate that. So your life path helps me know about your path more. So I appreciate you doing that. So let's see. I think you're a life path 2. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's right. So you're a 2, you're probably an 11 too. Most people are an 11 too. But so, like, I don't focus on master numbers sometimes when we're going so quick. So just know that if you are an 11, I'm just going to be talking about the 2, because all master numbers are broken down anyway. Okay, so you are a life path 2. And that means that like you are here to serve, to give back to others. Like that's what gives you your highest meaning, that's what gives you your highest power. And like you basically are here to teach others how to be within the, I mean, what we talked about at the beginning of the show, you're here to teach others about being in their power. And you're constantly learning, like I said, tools, and you have this ambitious side to you to go not only stimulate your own creativity but also give back to others of, you can try this, you can be this, like there are more options, there are more options. That is like a mantra that you live by. There are more options. When someone is a life path 2, they are like very sensitive within their body. Okay, so they're more sensitive to food, they're more sensitive to sleep. They have to make sure that they have balance within their life because their nervous system is also very sensitive. Normal things that offset, let's say, one person would be much more intense to offset you because two is a balance. So the balance is just more sensitive. Now you have a 5 and a 2. So certain numbers are in harmony with each other and certain numbers actually work very different from one another. And so 2s and 5s are one of those number combinations. So the 5 wants to go and it has like this thirst to do more, right? Like, okay, we can get more done. This is fun. This is awesome. Life's a party. And you get like super enthused. But the 2 is like, whoa, 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 slow down. I can only do so much. I can only do so much. And the 5 is like, we're only here once. Like, I'm going to be the best version of myself. I want to, even be a leader. So like, I have to push myself, right? In these knowings. And the 2 is like, okay, we like being a leader, but we're not going to have enough to give back for others because we're going so hard. So there's this conflict and this like roller coaster that you have within your body, within your brain of how can I be me, but also like and honor all the things that I am, but not burn out. Okay. And so life has been an increasing climb for you to understand this and have balance within this. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Ashley, for coming in and knowing. Thank you. And then thank you, Wendy, for validating what I'm saying too as well. I appreciate you. So right now it's the next phase of there's this year's been really good if you can understand that this, Wendy. This year has been really good. You feel like, I am making waves. I am getting things done and I feel like there's so many opportunities bubbling. And last year it was like you were it's funny. So I told Ashley like I'm in my skin more this year, but last year I feel like you were in your skin more again. Okay, so it's like for the past 2 years, Wendy, it's like you've felt power within your skin again, and now so everything is kind of like, okay, I'm on fire. I feel like I'm making waves and I feel like I'm growing and I feel it. I feel it. And there's like these, sure, like I want to acknowledge, sure, there's these dips within the energy. There's these dips within the energy. And like you really like second guess things because I'm seeing how things have changed so much since 3 years ago for you. But like you are so hard on yourself where if there's a dip or inconsistency, you're just like, gotta fix that. That wasn't good enough. And it's about just learning how to say yes and no effectively. That's all it is. And knowing when yeses are yeses and going, no, 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 that was the right move. That was the right move for me. And maybe it wasn't the right person, but that was the right move. So I'm going to actually expand on that, not look for the next thing. So sometimes I feel like with all the good things percolated that you can like tailspin and second guess your original motivation sometimes because you're like that should have worked much better, that worked, we got there but it should have worked much better. So I'm aware of kind of this personal conflict at times with like assessing success. But actually, and I'm just going to validate you've done so much in the past 3 years, and there's so many good things on the horizon. Next year is going to go much slower than this year. So just heads up and don't think it's because things aren't working. things are just anchoring and securing. So I want to give you that message. Next year, things are just anchoring and securing because you're ramping yourself up for the launch again. Okay. So things are good. Things are good. I also think that if you want to have another business open up, next year would be a time to do that because you would have time to devote to that properly. So, if you can understand these things, Wendy, I just feel like there's another business surfacing or another extension of the business where it is something within itself. Um, if you can understand this, that's great. Ultimately, it's really good. Keep going and just, uh, yes, I have a movement. Okay. Well, it's going to open up even more, and you're going to need time to make sure that it launches right for next year. Okay. So just remember what I said. There's a new project coming. Maybe you know what it is already. Maybe you don't. It seems like you do kind of, but just heads up. So next year, there's something different about what you're doing now, and it needs time to flourish. And it is another part of the business. So, again, the number one thing is just because it takes a little time and tweaking doesn't mean that it isn't working. And that's the number one message I have for you. And you've been doing so many good things and keep going. Okay. Okay. So, oh, and you read something, you're like, I'm a level two. Some of these comments I have to like focus on. So you said, I'm a level 2, 3, Lisa Williams, medium, plus all my other skills and training. Okay, that's awesome. Lisa is awesome. I love Lisa. So shout out if you've ever done something at Lisa's school. To everybody in the comments, shout out to you. And that's awesome, Wendy, that you have trained with Lisa. And that is another facet of your skills. I mean, I think that's rocking. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. You said, thank you so much. Are you talking about 2024? I'm seeing that in, oh yeah, it's 2023. Isn't that funny? I have to remember the year sometimes. In 2024, yes, that would be in the vein of that. I do feel like besides your book, I do feel so it's your book because that actually would make sense with 4 energy. That would make perfect sense. Because it's all about imparting knowledge, accumulating knowledge. 4 is very on point with the book. But I actually think it's something additionally with the book, as well as the book. It's something additionally. It's like, I'm just aware of you sit still. I'm aware of you can't sit still. And it's just like once the book is completed, and that would be completed by mid-year, if you can understand that too as well. It's just like you're just like you're twitching for something else. Okay. So there's another project coming. So this project is always already in the works. The new project that I'm feeling is has either it's just in your head now, like within the past couple of months, or like it hasn't started yet. So the book has already been started, right? The book has already been, this is something additional because you can't sit still. All right. But it's good. It's good. Just give it time and let it troubleshoot. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. And if it doesn't, it will. All right. Let's see. B. Did I do B? Okay, B's next. Okay, and I'm just reading comments. She says, "Thank you. It's so true. I can't tell you how many coaches I attempted to get me to be Yeah, yeah. It's when you have an attitude 5 like you do, it's basically you have to have this energy channeled, but as long as you're doing everything within the same field, there can be crossover, there can be understanding, and as long as you take one skill and you bleed it into the next, you'll be fine. But yeah, yeah, just continue to channel and harness. But you picking up new skills and different things, it's actually very, very good for your energy. Just continue to balance the self care and tweak it every month, every year. You will always have to tweak it. Okay, but you will get there. as long as you are tweaking and balancing. Okay. So B, all right. You are 1210, right? Right. So you're an attitude 4. You are a personal day 1, and you are a life path. I think that's a 6. Let me double check. Yep, that's right. You're at life path 6. And then you are in a cycle of 2 and a month of would be 3, wouldn't it? Yes, 3. Okay. So where are you? Okay, B. Got it. So B. So it lets me know that the way that you approach life and what gives you comfortability within life is to have like plans, to have things mapped out with a plan. You like lists, you like organization. It's good for you. It's good for you. And you also have like very strong energy. So with the 4, the 1, and the 6, that's all like indication of you know what you want, you prefer things a certain way, and you really do work hard to get things done. And since you work hard, you have learned that, hey, I deserve a say in things. And if something doesn't sit well with me, I'm going to let you know. If something doesn't sit well with me for other people, I'm going to be aware of it because I have put so much effort into who I am. I can call. I can call. I have foresight, I have intuition of if the boat's gonna break for somebody, if they're, if they can't sustain, because I know what it takes. I know what it takes. So I have this energy within you very strong of you really go above and beyond, and you can see when other people have deficits, whether they're sick sometimes or whether they're not focused. You're aware of when an energy deficit is present because you have such sturdy energy and you are such um you're a responsible person, really, the way that you use your energy. Okay. You are in a cycle of 2 for the year. So a cycle of 2 year is always an thank you. Yeah, B. Yeah, it'll be that too. It's that 6-4-1 combination. It makes somebody exactly, they're just like, I know what's gonna take, and it's not present. Okay, and you size people up, right? Yes, 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 it's true. You're making me laugh, B, with the way that you've put it. Yes. Um, okay, so this year, though, that I was saying, this is a much more emotional, and I always talk about it. And so I think sometimes people are like, "Oh, you talk about this with a 2 a lot." Well, I try to give people a heads up because 2 is intense. 2 is an intense year because it's all about love of self, and it cracks you open in all the ways that, let's say, you've been going too hard, but you forgot to look at you, or you've been going too hard and you forgot to do things that were needed. Like, not on can I put food on the table level, but on yeah, like, what do I need just to feel good? What do I need to feel like I feel like myself? Um, and some of those things are sometimes making sure we get the haircut, making sure we get our nails done. Everyone needs something different, okay? It's not everyone needs to get their nails done. Everyone needs something different. But it's just like making sure, like, yeah, like I'm taking care of me, and that intensifies me understanding what I can be and do within this world. So I'm even firmer in who I am. So you better back off. It's about igniting self-confidence and an inner power on that next level. Okay. To test this, why it's so difficult is the 2s always make us very emotional for the year. So it's going to be more anger, more sadness, more actually joy at times. It cracks open like that emotional part of ourselves to go, hey, you can't ignore this. This is a part of me. You can't hide from this. Those that anger and that sadness or that joy, it's connected to something that we have forgotten at times. I'm sad, I hold on to this. I'm sad because this happened to me. I'm angry because this has happened to me. And it's so palpable that we have to process it. So we have to process the people, we have to process the situation, we have to process who we are now because of it, to return to a different point within the healing. Okay. Because when things happen and we gotta go, okay, sure, I'm aware of it, but it's just like I gotta do other things. When we push that back on processing, we're pushing back our healing. And there comes a time in numerology and the universe and spirit make sure of it. There comes a time where it's like the things that we have suppressed, now they will bubble up to the surface. We have cycles within our life where we can't deny parts of who we are, and focus on just what needs to be done. Okay. So everything happening this year is for a reason. And last month, you'd have felt that, pretty strongly. Again, it was an emotional month that really tested you and showed you where you were currently at, if you can understand that, B. So this month, thank God, is a little bit more lighthearted. It's not as so much. It's about going out and having fun, being with the friends, having fun, mixing it up, taking a breather. So lean into that. And next month, it's going to be back into how do I kind of want to change? Um, and how do I want my life to support me in a way where I feel refreshed? And so it's going to be in that vein of next month is going to be let's spruce up the house again. Let's change things up again. I need change. I need a little change. And it's going to be that way going into the end of the year. Okay? So just heads up, um you've gone through the ringer this year. It's going to get a little bit more lighthearted, but it's actually going to cause a lot of change to come in. And actually, you're going to really like it. You're going to be like, this doesn't feel as heavy. So it's like, how you said we were laughing about it, like, when, when you're right a lot, or you can call things out, you see things how it is. Well, like, you're gonna just know how it is. Like, I need a change. A change is in order. A change is in order. A change is coming. Lean into it. Don't fight it. Make it happen. And you'll go. And then it's off to the races of what more change is going to happen, because we're not made to stay the same. You get to wear any color you like. You get to look any way you like. You get to say anything you like. You get to go anywhere you like. Start living like that with a new, revamped, next level. We always hold back energy. I don't care how adventurous we are or how tell it like it is we are. We're always holding back energy. It's time to blast it open in the next departments. That's what I'm giving to you, B. If you can understand that, great. And thank you. So I'm going to go to, hi, Julie. Hi. Night. It's great to see you. And hello, Maria. I'm going to bounce to, oh my gosh, we're almost at the end of the show. I'm going to bounce to do some quick readings with Maria and Julie, because I'm giving them love as they're coming in and they're asking for a reading. So we might go to cards for them. We might do some numbers. I'm going to do Maria. Okay. Awesome. It all resonates with me. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to focus on Maria. I'm going to do some cards. Get into the energy. I take my time with cards. Gotta just sink in. Everybody when you're doing readings, take your time. Sometimes you gotta just take your time and find the right card. I don't try to rush it. Okay. So Maria, there's a lot of it does. So it's interesting. It doesn't feel like change, but there's a lot of change energy. So it feels heavy. Feels heavy because change is building up, right? And it's like it's still happening. It's still happening. When is it gonna break? When is the dam going to release? It's still happening. And it's like the change is actually already coming. It really is. So it's letting me know that there has been a lot of stress with family, and there's been a lot of just stress with people understanding each other and wanting the same things. And it does, lead up to that change that I talked about of, you know, having to let go to build to start anew, having to go like, you're going to do what you're going to do. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And there's no reason to like fight about it, or there's no reason to try to change each other within it. You got to go and live your life, and it's like you give space to the situation. And I don't know what the exact, sometimes I know what the issues are with family. Like I'm getting glimmers, I'm getting, like pieces. And this is such a short readings format that I'm really going to kind of just generalize it a little bit more and kind of go into the essence of it. So I'm just aware that there's stress with family going on, and it's going on with multiple people within the family, but there's more like two situations that I'm kind of focused on, two situations, two people that are coming in the strongest. And it's about ultimately it's about letting go, because people need space to really figure out what they want. And sometimes that's you too, because we're so entangled and we want to help, and the stakes are so high that it's almost like, there's all this pressure on the situation. There's all this pressure on the situation or situations. So it's like it's a time of release. It's a time of self-care. It's a time of like prayer, and it's a time of focusing ultimately on how you can um lift yourself up day to day and get back into consistency, get back into a place of like, okay, it's one foot in front of the other. It's one foot in front of the other. And if you can understand this, Maria, please let me know this. There's also like a love for like dogs that is coming in that I felt like I had to acknowledge in the beginning. So there is love around. It's just about one step at a time, one day at a time right now. There's also a past reference to you. And again, this is this is not current. This is a little bit before. It could have been at this. There's some kind of reference to the start of the year, but there's some reference of, I kicked up things at work. It's like you change something at work at the start of the year, or around that time. And it was like, I set off new energy. So it's like you've already are in, okay, you do understand. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for understanding that. So it's like you've already made steps to set off new energy. Like life is just showing you that it's continuing to do that, but at this point it's one step at a time, and it will continue to change and open up. And I do think next year is going to be a lot of, it's this year and next year is going to be a lot of difficult, significant change. But like when this happens, it's all about release, and release is healing. And it's like we get more options. Before we get options, it feels like we have no options sometimes, but we're going to get more options. And so there's all this purple kind of, around the screen with my backdrop. That's what I feel like is coming in for you. All this purple, spiritual, cleansing energy of you reminding you, and spirit reminding you of, what's good for you, and what's right. If you can understand that message, what's right within your heart. And at the end of the day, it's like that's the energy that you're following. You're like, I can't control what's going to happen, but I know what's right. And I feel like when this blows over, like it's going to set me where I need to go. And I feel like I have to release these expectations on with others, because they can't see the same things that I can. I can. They can't see what's right necessarily the same way. So your energy is going to take you where you need to go, and it's going to rectify certain things, because you're attached to just knowing where you need to go and what the right thing is. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Maria, for understanding. I'm going to pull one more card, and then we'll pull a card for Julie. All right. I just feel like I want to give you like let's pull a card for like where the energy's going for a second, and then we'll finish the reading like that, Maria. Okay. All right. So the energy is going about refocusing the mind. So self-care. I don't know if you've ever thought about like aromatherapy, but all of a sudden I'm getting like like clear breaths, and it's about like relaxing, learning about your breath, but also like smelling and like opening up your airways. So it's like aromatherapy, whether it's like eucalyptus, mint, something with what's in the air, but ultimately it's about like focusing the mind. So it's like it doesn't have to be traditional meditation, but it's about like finding your center and getting your peace and making a space that is your own where you can have that. And so aromatherapy comes in really strong. Pump the air with good stuff. Okay. All right. All right. Invoke and take steps to change the vibration. Okay. Meditation, aromatherapy, that feels really good. Connecting more healing and feeling more like you are back in a settled place. Okay. So, hey, Julie, let's pull a card for your job outlook on life. Immediately, I'm just seeing you like scribbling on a piece of paper. This could be like your plans, of how you've been working, how you've been getting things in order together. Julie, there's all this like kind of, I feel like there's brightness around you. I feel like there's brightness around you, and you naturally are good with organizing, planning, and creativity. So that jumps out. Let me just pull the cards now. I also am being pulled to the color like pink with you. And it's like the reminder of when you are finding and choosing your job, there has to be like a joyful, playful innocence. It's like, everybody looks for different things within their job, but it's like you're at a time within your life where it's like if you're not having fun and if you don't feel like, yeah, this is like what makes me happy being here, like it's like what's the point? It's like what's the point? So it's like we can do something within our job, obviously that's not the only thing we think about, but it's like I need to have that enacted. So if you walk into a space, if you talk to a person who is interviewing you and you don't feel the vibe, and I want you to think about it almost like a child, like with your intuition, like I don't know why, like that person scared me. I don't know why that person made me feel anxious. I don't know why that person made me feel bad. It's like very black and white, right? Very just like the base of how do I feel about this. So if it's a all systems go within the feeling department, that is going to help you find the right fit for you. Okay, so it's about, enacting the innocence. It's enacting the gut feelings. I got the communications card. So my cards are, I have a mixture of a lot of cards, but I do like my homemade cards. I like them. So with the communications card, that is all about connecting to the spirit realm. That is all about asking God and, higher power, whatever you connect to, the universe. It's saying, hey, I need help in these things. And it's letting me know that like you believe in all those things very strongly, but you haven't quite done that for the job search. And it's just like have your spirit team back you. Have like just the core, really important parts of who you are as a soul and how you need your needs met to support you. Because it's just like that's the number one thing. I feel like you could get a job like easy. When you're excited, when you're motivated, I feel like you can get a job easy. It's just a matter of saying yes to the right one. And it's just like, I need to have your needs met, and your needs met are about feeling good and finding the right people and feeling supported while you're at work. So job feels more so like ease rather than hard work, because you will be working hard. I feel like you are a hard worker. So it's like you're already familiar with hardworking energy. You already bring that to the table with other people. Now it's just a matter of, can they bring ease? Can they bring light? Can they bring support, and can they bring positive energy? And there's some companies and people that absolutely can do that, but you have to find the energy, and it will be permeating within the people around the company, and you will feel it. So follow that energy trail, and also ask for guides, angels to help, because they will pop in your ear. This is not the right one. They'll pop in your ear. Okay, this is good. This is good. It's good. Okay, listen to the excitement. Listen to the excitement. So it's about using the communications on the next level with your spirit team, as well as trusting that innocent place and that really pure intuition within inside of you. And so it's a goal about enacting all this gold. I don't know if you've been like really attracted to like gold jewelry lately. It could even be like sunny colors, warm colors, pop of the sun. But like all this energy coming in from you is just like gold. I need more gold. I need more sun. I need more light. But it's also like the pink energy, like bright pink energy. Like, there's different colors, there's different yellows, there's different pinks. This is just like a bright pink energy. It's just everything feels happy. Okay. So, yes, gold color. Thank you for understanding with the gold colors. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if for whatever reason you're attracted to pinks too, even though it's like not going to be as much as the gold. But all right, so the gold colors. Wear gold, utilize the gold energy, be out in the sun, activate that. I feel like that's really, really good for your energy right now. So with that said, thank you so much for coming in, Julie. It was great to see you. Thank you so much for everybody coming in and being a part of the reading show. Next week, we have actually Lisa Williams on. We have Lisa Williams on as our Psychic Hour guest show, and we'll be going into what she's up to with the school, her life, her journey. It's going to be so great. So we will see you on Wednesday for the Psychic Hour with Lisa Williams, and we will see you next week on Friday for the reading show to give back and to share the love. With that said, please go with just that love, laughter, life, light. Don't forget to live, everybody. Take care. See you on Wednesday. Bye.